All right. Good morning, guys. It's 11:30, July 19th. We're going to do some problems. Feel free to stop by. I don't think I have anybody here, but I will hear you as you walk in, so to speak. So before we start our lesson today, I am going to do a problem from your exam, okay? And then we'll work on our little packet that we have been working on. So let me grab our problem that I really wanted to do. So this problem, guys, I would like to do this problem. So let's work on it. Some of you could do it. Some of you struggled with it. Once again, this is a problem from exam 3. So how do we solve a problem like this? A dodecagon, yes, the shape has 12 sides. We're calling it a dodecagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's a dodecagon, that's for sure. Okay. The question says there are 6 congruent squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sure. And the perimeter of each square is 16. Okay, if these blue shapes are squares and the perimeter of each square is 16, I can conclude that each side is 4. This is 4, this is 4, this is 4. Okay? Okay, so then I'm going to take, that's going to be 12 all together, all 3 of them. And I'm going to write it like this. Okay, let's do the same thing for the bottom one. 4, 4, and 4. Now we'll do the tricky parts. I'm going to do it, use orange. I'm going to take this bit, and these two is going to be 8. And this is, okay. So all the orange wavy lines I drew, they can be squished together and they will all add up to 12. Why? Because this is clearly 8. And this is 3 minus 2. That's 1 length of your square. And that's going to be 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. And the last one, it's the same thing on the other side. Let me do gray. All of this is going to be 2 squares. This will be 1. So if you take the 3 gray wavy sides and add them all up, you're going to get 12. So now I've accounted for the entire perimeter. I have 4 groups of 12. So the perimeter is going to be 4 times 12 is 48. And the unit is going to be inches. So here it is. Here's a problem from exam 3. You have it. I hope it's being recorded. And let's see what the answer is. Well, it won't show me the answer here, but I'm pretty sure it's 48, but I'll be happy to show you. 48 inches. Okay, so last class, I was away. I recorded a session and hopefully you guys watched it, but I'm going to continue. I don't see anybody here yet. I'm going to continue working on the packet. And volume and surface area 1 is what we were working on. Let's see how far we have done. I think we did number 19. I think we did number 19, and let's try number 20. How many do we have? We'll see how far we do, but I think we should be able to handle 20. 20 is not that difficult. I think, guys, I did 20 last class. Okay, we're going to start with 21. I'm pretty sure I did 20. Look at the video, and I know how I did it because I vaguely remember it, not even vaguely, and my font is extended, enlarged, so that means I worked on it. Let's try this one. So we're going to record 21 right here. Two identical prisms. Okay, what's a prism, guys? Those of you had 3180, most of you know what a prism is. A prism is something that is polygonal on the base, and they're going to be, you need two congruent polygonal bases, and then you join the vertices. So a shoebox is a prism. Okay, my picture is not perfect, but let me try to do a little better job. Okay, I'm going to start with a square base. I'm going to take two of them, and if I connect the vertices like so, I'll get a prism. Okay, a shoebox is a prism, a cube is a prism. So this slab is a prism, a stick of butter is a prism, all those things. Two identical prisms with square bases were used to make object B. So you took two copies of A, we took two copies of A and stacked them one on top of the other to make structure B. Suppose the surface area of the original prism is 48. Moreover, the surface area of object B is 64. Find the volume of the original square prism. Okay, so you have to really think here. Okay, so a couple of things, guys. A couple of things. The question says this is a square. Okay, and this height you don't know. I'm going to call it H. Okay, let's call that H. This is H. And I'm going to say the square is X by X. Now, you can use two equations. You can, but let's see if I can do it a little better, in a slightly simpler way. Okay, I think I have a clever strategy, guys. Okay, so these problems can be done in multiple ways. So let's make one observation. I will have these purple squares, A, whatever the area is in the bottom, I'll have an A, same A and A. All these rectangles here, let's call them the area be R. This area is R. Now, in the first picture, there will be 4 R's and 2 A's. I'm talking about the surface area. So I can say 2A plus 4r must be 48. In the second picture, I will have 8 R's, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 in the bottom, 8 R's, but same 2 A's. So I can say 2A plus 8R is equal to 64. Now, if I subtract, I'm going to write the first equation in the bottom because I want to subtract. What do I get? Well, this will cancel. And 48 minus 64, let me think, is probably 16. I'm subtracting. And 8R minus 4R is 4R. Therefore, R is 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Find the volume. Now I have it. I can easily find the rest. Now, I know the radius, I know the R is the rectangle around, has an area of 4. Now I can find A. How do I find A, guys? Let me use a different color. R is 4. I just found it. I'm going to take the first equation, that's simpler. I'm going to write 2 times 4 plus 4 times R is 48. I take it back, guys. I made a tiny mistake and let's fix it. 2 times A, I don't know what A is, plus 4 times R. Instead of R, I'm going to write 4, 48. And what do I get? 4 times 4 is 16. 48. I'll subtract 16 from both sides. (32). To find A, I divide both sides by 32. I get 16. Now, if A is 16 and it's a square, this has to be 4 by 4. Okay. If R is 4, this height has to be 1 because this is 4. This is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. So now I know everything I need to know about the slab. Find the volume of the original square prism. So basically, they want you to find the volume of the first shape A. And it's going to be 4 times 1. Volume of a solid is length times width times height. So my answer is going to be 4 times 1 is 16 unit square inch squared. I will check my answer. It's a little tricky. Now I would write the equation the way I wrote it. Personally, the equation is much easier, much simpler. So let me see if the answer is 16. Yep, good sign. Answer matches. I'm happy. All right. So now I know I'm recording and nobody is here, but if you were here, do come to class and you can slow me down. I'm going to do the next one. If you need extra help with these, you have to tell me that I don't understand. Can you explain? You have to come to class, but here is the recording. Of course, you can watch it twice, 3 times. Let's try this one. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see. Number 22. Okay. So this is number 22. Assume the large block shown below is a cube that's made a cube that is 3 units on each edge. Suppose you dip the cube in blue paint, then cut it into 27 unit cubes. So it's a large cube, okay? One cube that's 3 units on each edge. This is 3 units. This is 3 units. This is 3 units. How many unit cubes will have 3 faces painted blue? 2, 1, and all that. Okay, so we're going to take a 3 by 3 by 3 cube, cut it into 27 equal little cubes. Each cube will be a unit cube. And this problem requires a little bit of reflection. You really have to think. So how many cubes will make, how many of the little unit cubes will have 3 faces painted blue? 3 faces painted blue. Now I will write the number here. And let's do a couple more. 2, then 1. Okay, so the 3 faces that'll be painted blue are going to be at the 8 corners right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the back. So how many of these little cubes will have 3 faces painted blue? I'm going to say 8 there at the corners. Remember, guys, we talked about how every cube has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. That always comes in very handy. So let's erase that. The next one is 2 faces. This one shows 2 faces. This one, you can only see 1, 2. So where are these cubes located? Remember, guys, every cube has 12 edges. Right in the middle of one edge, there will be a cube that will show 2 faces. So the answer will be 12 because every cube has 12 edges. Every edge has a cube in the middle that shows 12 faces, 2 faces. So I'm going to write 12 right here. We have done problems like this, but this is phrased a little differently. One face showing cubes. Where are the one face showing cubes? Well, they're right here in the middle of each face. There are 6 faces, okay? Right in the middle of each face, there is 1 cube that shows 1 face. And since a cube has 6 faces, the answer will be 6. And this accounts for 27 cubes. But this solid, when it's cut up into unit cubes, will have, actually, this accounts for 26 cubes. Okay? 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 plus 6 is 26. Now, when I find the number of cubes, I should have 27. Well, there is one in the center that's not showing any of the faces. So these answers are correct: 8, 12, and 6. I don't have to check it. I'm pretty confident they're correct. Okay, so that completes 22. Let's see what else is coming up. Let's try 24, 25, 23. 23. A cake in the form of a cube falls into a vat of frosting, comes out frosted on all 6 sides. The cake is then cut into smaller cubes, each one 1 inch on each edge. The number of the cake is cut so that the number of pieces having frosting. This is, okay, guys, this is a difficult problem. Okay, so it works better when we have students in class. So I'm going to skip 23. Okay, I'm not going to do 23. And I'm going to find, if I find a lot of problems that are difficult, I will skip them and I'll keep track. Okay, I'm going to keep track just so that you know there won't be any confusion. I'm going to say not done. And of course, you guys will remind me. Not done. These are my notes. I can do it, but it's not going to make a lot of sense. Okay, this one is a good one, guys. Let's try 24. Everybody should be able to do this one. A rectangular solid measuring 9 inches by 12 inches by 16 inches painted blue. The solid is then cut into 1-inch cubes. So I don't know how you want to view it. Let me see how you want to see the problem. But if you think about it a little bit, it's just a box. This is just a box that's 9 by 12 by 16. I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to do it by hand, okay? This is a box that's 9 by 12 by 16. That's all there is to it. And my picture is not going to be perfect. Why wouldn't it let me draw? But we'll see. Well, I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm going to just draw it like this. Okay, this is a block that's 12 by 16 by 9. And if you're going to cut it up into a little 1-inch cube, basically it will be the volume of this box. What's the volume of this box? 12 times length times width times height. And whatever that turns out to be, let's find out. $17.28 unit cubes. That's our answer. I will quickly check the answer, okay? 24. Oh, I see. Okay, so I didn't finish the whole sentence. Let's try it. How many 1-inch cubes have blue on exactly one side? Okay, so we have to go, this is the volume of the solid, that's totally fine. Okay, we have to go one step further. So how many 1-inch cubes will have blue on exactly one side? They will be right in the middle of each of the 6 faces. Okay, and how many will I get here? If this is 12, this will be 10. And if this is 9, this will be 7. So this will be 70 here, and 70 will be there in the back. So I'm going to write 70 times 2. What about here, guys, in the middle of this face? How many will be there? And if you carefully count, you're going to get 8 times 10. 10 times, let me just, yeah, 7 times 10. This time you're going to get 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 times 10, 70. Well, let me do it, redo it. Okay. Okay. Let me redo it. So I will have a big box, and excuse my drawing. Okay, let's say this is 12 by 16. I'm going to just draw one face. Okay, and there's one in the bottom. So how many of these cubes will have one face? So this will be 10 times 16 minus 2 is going to be 14. So 10 times 14 is going to be 140 plus, I'm going to draw a box here. That's going to be 9. This is 9. And 12 minus 2 is 10. 9 minus 2 is 7. That's going to be 70. Okay. And I have one more face, that 12 by 9 face. Okay, right around here. 140 and 70 have accounted for. And there is another face. And that face is going to be 9 by 16. And 16 minus 2 is 14. And 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 times 14 is 7 times 70, 28, 98. Okay, I'm going to add them all up. Let me check it once again. If I just want to make sure I didn't mess it up, 14 times 7 is 70, 98. That sounds about right. I'm going to add it all up. 8, 9, 20. Let me do it carefully. Okay, 8, 308. And my answer will be times . So my answer, I have to multiply it by 2, guys. I accounted for 3 of the faces. The answer is going to be this face twice, this top face twice, this right face twice. So the answer will be 308 times 2, 616. Now I'm going to check it once again. I don't know why my answer seems a little off here. I don't know what's going on. This is number 24. 616, that's good. 616 is my answer. I initially found the volume. It's not the volume. It's how many cubes will have one side faces blue, and you have to do it very carefully. Okay. So to find the, I'll actually do one more like this for you guys. Okay. So let me make up a problem and do a variation on number 24. So that you know, I'll do it carefully. I don't have the answer to that one, but I'll just have to be careful. All right, let's take this. And let's make it 11 by 12 by 13. So it's basically a big block of wood. Let's make a nice box. 11 by 12 by 13. I just made it up, okay? So can make a nice box. Okay, I just have to draw it by hand. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I was looking for a nice toy, but we don't have any. So this is going to be, I'm going to make it 12 by 13. And just to let you know, I'm going to draw 3 faces. Okay. And it's not going to be perfect. Okay, this face, let's say, is 12 by 13. And the height is 11. So this face is 12 by 11, and this is clearly 13 by 11. Okay, in the middle, I'm going to take how many of the cubes will have one blue face? Just one. They're going to be always in the middle of each face, okay? Not the edges. So you have to subtract the edges. I'm going to write it nicely. In the middle, I'll have 11 times 13 minus 2 is 11, and 11 minus 2 is 9, okay? And that's going to be 99. Let's make it a little bigger. Okay. So of course I'll have 2. I'm going to multiply it by 2 in the final stage. All right. So let's make another copy. What happens here? How many cubes on this top face will show one blue face? The answer will be 12 minus 2 is going to be 10. And 13 minus 2 is 11. 11 times 110. Save it here. Take another one. Here, it'll stick out. It's okay. 12 minus 2 is 10, and 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 times 10 is 90. Now, I'm going to add all these three numbers. Again, 10 is coming from 11 minus 12 is coming from 10 is coming from 12 minus 2. 9 is coming from 11 minus 2. Now, I'm going to just stick it here if you don't mind. I'm going to add these three numbers multiplied by 2. 110 plus 99 plus 90. And I'm going to make it a little bigger. And I'm going to find my final answer in a second. So my final answer, why did I multiply it by 2, guys? I only took one face into account, but I really should be getting both faces. And this is a difficult problem, guys. You really want to understand what's going on. I'm getting 598. I'm going to write 598 right here. Done. Okay, so we did 2 versions of this. 2. Let's see what else is going on. I'm not gonna go much beyond 27 on this packet. What is the maximum number of cubes measuring 5 centimeters on an edge that can be obtained by cutting a solid cube 1 meter? I'm not gonna worry about it. It's something that works better when you're in class. Not done. I'm gonna write not done. I'm gonna move on. A wooden block 4 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 1 inch high. We're going to work on this. I think you'll be able to handle it. A wooden block, 1 inch. It's a 4x4. I'm going to draw it. Okay, guys? And my drawing won't be perfect, but I'll still try. Then we're going to try to do 26. Let's take it. Sorry, this is 26. We'll do 26 and we'll try to do 27 today as well. And that should take care of our lesson for today. A wooden block 4 inches long. So it's basically like this. Let me see if I can find a nice solid. Well, seems like I cannot, but that's okay. This is 4 by 4 by 4 by 4, and it's only 1 unit long, 1 unit thick. Okay, it's not perfect, but we'll have to make do. This is 4, this is 4, this is 1. All right. So basically you can think of it as a collection of 16 cubes. The block is painted red on all 6 faces, sides, then cut into 16 1-inch cube. 16 1-inch cube. This is a 1. And let me go back and fix it. I don't know why it looks like an I. It's a 1-inch cube. How many of the cubes will have a total number? Will have a total number of red faces that's an even number. Let me think. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it using a different software because it's very important to see the solid. Okay, so be a little patient. I'm gonna try something else. (3D/) I'm going to draw your 16 cubes. So again, be a little patient. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that'll actually work, guys. I have something I can start with this. You don't have to worry about what I'm doing. I'll tell you what the structure is, okay? Don't worry about it too much, what I'm doing. Okay, so guys, what this is your 4 by 4 by 4 cube. Okay, 4 by 4 by 4, 1. Let me see if I can bring it to my other slide. And now it's going to be here. I can move it around for you. Not a problem. I don't need this picture. It's not good enough. All right. How many of the cubes have a total number of red faces that is an even number? A wooden block is okay. So this block, I know you're seeing two colors, okay? But according to the question, it's the same color. Why do we have two colors? Because the software doesn't allow me to create edges. You can see the edges when you have two colors. So they're all red, okay? So these cubes right here, this cube will have 3 faces that are showing red, okay? 3, not even, 3, not even, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, if you carefully analyze, I'm going to use red, 2 faces, which is even. This cube will show 2 faces, 2 faces, 2 faces. And these corner cubes will reveal 4 faces that are red. So what's my final answer? How many of the cubes will have a total number of even numbered red faces? So the answer is really 8. Why 8? The 4 in the middle are showing 2 red faces and 4 in the corner that are showing 4 red faces. Both 4 and 2 are even, so the answer is 8. I'm going to check my answer in the packet, okay, guys? (26) is 8. That's a good sign. That's what we got. Okay, now I'm going to do one more and I'm going to stop with this packet. We're going to start we have another packet. We're going to start a new packet tomorrow, which is not really that bad. Now let me try 27. Okay, 27 is not that bad. That's the last one we're going to do. Something is going on with my computer, but so this one, let me read it here. The solid is shown with identical rods. Each rod has 4 unit cubes. Find the surface area and the volume of the solid. So basically it's a solid. I'm going to find the surface area and volume of the solid. It's really not that bad. We have done many problems like this, and we're going to do one more. Well, the volume is very easy. There's 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. 1, 2, 3. So the volume is, these are unit cubes, 4 times 6. 24 cubed. Surface area, a little more tricky. How so? If you analyze all the cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's a little tricky, guys, okay? These cubes, let me see, are showing 5 faces. 5. And you have to pause and reflect and analyze 5. 5, 5, and 5. Okay, this one shows 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one shows 4. This one shows 3. This one shows 3. This one shows 3. This one shows 3. And the rest of them will show 4. Okay, so for surface area, I'm going to carefully count how many cubes are showing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 cubes are showing 5 faces. Account for them. How many are showing 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 3. How many are showing 4? I accounted for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's actually 14, guys. Okay, this one is showing 4. This one is showing 4. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. 12, 13, 14. Now you have to add them all up. This is 30. This is 12. And 4 times 14 is 40. 16, 56. And then finally, you have to add up those 3 numbers. This is 86, 98. I'm getting 98, and we're going to soon find out if I messed up or not. Let me double check. 86, 98. That sounds about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times 5. That sounds right. 1, 2, 3. I actually goofed. No, 3 times 4. That also sounds right. 12 and 14. Let's count the number of faces, number of cubes that are showing 4 faces. Sounds about right. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I'm going to check my answer. 98, 27, 98. So that's correct. So guys, I'm going to stop here. So we are kind of done with this packet. Okay, we're going to start next class, which is tomorrow. I'm going to record the next packet, which is surface area and volume of cone and cylinder and all those things. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, upload and upgrade things a little bit, but I'm going to be hanging around here as well.